Okay, so I got the motor installed. A few things here. I had to shim right here. I stacked two shims and I made a little washer, and that allows this amount of movement. This is actually pretty loose moving. It's just the motor itself has some kind of stops in there, right? These little tabs on the bottom of the motor prevent too much rotation, but it's still it's got very little up and down. It's got more side to side. The other thing is I had to make a shim right here, and this shim here prevents the motor from going in too far. I did have to, like David said, elongate the hole, so this motor hole is elongated like that. And I had to shave off this plastic here. I shaved it all the way to the gear right there. But the problem, basically what was happening was this gear was moving too far in and out. So if you go forward, it goes one way, and you go reverse, it goes the other. And so now it's limited to a travel of, you could see when I move the motor, about 20 thousandths to 30 thousandths of an inch. So everything's loose fitting now. When I cut too much, I put in a shim right there. And fortunately, the laser cutter, I can make precision shims. So let's do a real quick test here. Okay, this is my tester or voltage supply. I got my 20 volt weed whacker battery, and then that goes into a converter to 12 volts DC. From the 12 volts DC that I use to run my rail modules, I've got another 5 volt DC buck converter on here. So this here will be running on 5 volts, and I just need a second here. So 5 volts is not a whole lot, not too much to give it any grief. If I can get it to keep making contact. So it runs pretty good there. I haven't actually tested it on the track yet because I got to put a decoder and all that in. Switch the direction. So you could see when it's running in reverse, the gear right there, the gear right there moves towards the motor. In the other direction, it moves towards the front of the locomotive. And it's important to have a little bit of slop in there, but not too much, so you could see where it's at. Now it pushed more forward, but there's still plenty of room. Watch when I flip this back here, how much it jumps when it does the jump. Oop, I had my finger in the way. Come on, baby. See that? So it's minimal backlash, just enough to keep everything low and loose friction. So I think it'll run fine, but we'll test that later.